Hello! Oh no! Look at that guy! He looks level-headed, doesn't he? Very level-headed. What does that mean? So in the dictionary, calm, sensible, good judgment, cool-headed, even-tempered, at ease, well-balanced, calm and collected. That's what it means. So in MMA Mastery, under mindset, we have this element of stance, and within it is staying level-headed. Now, there's a great book by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now. He talks about mindset in terms of time. So when you're present at a 0 point, you're in this moment, you're in the now. And our mindset drifts from future to past. Anxiety is in the future, worrying about what might happen when people see me with a level taped to my head on LinkedIn, or worrying about in the past about how I didn't do this and didn't do that. In boxing, we talk about leaning. So the optimum state of time is the present moment. I use this level that when you hold it up, it shows this centered point. And this 0 point of being now. Namaste. Namaste, namaste, that's a way. Meditation, it's a form of bringing us into a centered point, and it's a bit like the eye of a storm. In that centered point is very calm. In this very moment is very calm. I'm not under any threat. And this is this optimum state of being. Now that's how we get it. Unfortunately, things like self-harming do get us back to a centered point because they wake us up from an unconscious thought of past and future and get us centered very quick. But it's obviously not a great method. Being consciously aware of where we are in our thinking and practicing this balance of getting back. I've got a workshop called Getting Back Mindset Reset, and this is part of this fundamentals in mindset of getting back to a stance and understanding the principles of time in terms of mindset. Now, if you're in a present moment, how can you lose that? Now, losing it is like leaning. So again, in boxing, if you've got this optimum stance and you lean back and you lean forward, you lose your potential. In a lift shaft, if we're fixing a lift and the plumb line is slightly out, we've lost that truth and we're starting to get all skewy. Things are starting to get a bit messed up, and you can see people in their day to day when they're walking around with a frown, and you can see that they're out of time. They're untrue. They're not present unless they're thinking from a thought. And this is how we keep a good state of mind. Is we.
Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time!
For Mary Poppins, stepping time. This is how we keep a good state of mind. So we get present and then we step. Okay, I've got an hour. What are the things I've got to do in an hour? Okay, tomorrow I've got to go to the shop. What are 10 things? And then you can drop into thought and think, oh, when I go to the shop, what things do I need? And you can write a list, but from a centered point. You're measuring what you need to do when you go to the shops, and you're writing a list, and you're keeping straight, you're keeping aligned. And when you got to ask yourself in thought, am I stepping in time or am I leaning? And when you may worry about what people think of you, or I've got to go to the dentist, and it could be really uncomfortable. The truth is you've got to go to the dentist. And the truth is you may have to go and present to people, you may have to go and ask for a pay rise, you may have these really uncomfortable things you've got to do, but they may be the truth. And what we need to do is make sure that we're stepping from this present moment into action. Another great book is Time Warrior by Steve Chandler, and in that he talks about time in verse of linear and non-linear. So first things first, second things. There are no second things. First things first. It's a great saying. So when you're keeping clean in terms of mindset, just be aware and stay level-headed to keep in the optimum state of mind. Are you thinking about what you're going to do in a minute, or are you thinking about nothing? Are you just in this space and enjoying it? I hope this makes sense. Yeah, 2 books, Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now and Time Warrior by Steve Chandler. And if you want to, get in touch and we can help you with a mindset reset workshop or one-to-one coaching. Take care.